It's your time. Go prove it. One day at a time, one journey, one mission. Go Bolts.
That was LT at practice yesterday, giving the guys a motivational speech. And today the Chargers are not going to be practicing until later on in the afternoon, so I'll have a video about that tomorrow. But there's still a lot that we did not get to yesterday. A lot of wide receiver talk, some good and some bad, and we'll get to that and show you some clips, but also some offensive line talk. So let's just get right into it. First of all, a lot of eyes have been on Joe Alt, and we've seen all of the clips of him battling against Joey Bosa specifically, and it's been give and take, which is great for a rookie to be holding his own against a guy like Joey Bosa. But Jim Harbaugh spoke to how good Joe Alt has been, so listen to this.
The defense, yeah, you're going to be better than us right now. Joey Bosa is going to be better, but I thought Joe Alt acquitted himself well.
And in one of those plays that we looked at yesterday, we saw that touchdown throw to Josh Palmer, and Joe Alt got pushed back a lot by Joey Bosa. Well, that play was actually the same play that got Jamaree Salyer injured. As you can see right here, it looks like Joe Alt kind of like maybe rolled up on his ankle, and that's why Jim Harbaugh is trying to pace these guys, and that might have been a tempo violation by Joey Bosa right there, but that's just a bad luck injury where Jamaree Salyer was getting pushed back by Poona Ford, and then behind him is Joe Alt, so he can't really place his feet. Then you got 340 freaking pounds falling backwards, and if your ankle gets caught up by some guy back there, then that can do some serious damage to an ankle. But Jamaree seems to be fine, so that's all good. But the lineup that was out there once he went out, it was Bradley Bozeman going from center to right guard, and then Brenden Rice coming up there and playing center. So I thought that was really interesting because that means that they would rather have a backup center come in and start rather than a guard come in and fill that lineup. And then I started thinking okay, if they didn't do that, who would be the next man up at guard with Bradley Bozeman still at center? And I was like, it would probably be Jordan McFadden, wouldn't it? Jordan McFadden, he's been getting a ton of action at tight end and fullback, and we even saw him catching a couple balls a few days ago. So maybe they just want to utilize the versatility of Bradley Bozeman, put him at guard and get him some looks in practice just in case you need to slide him out there. Because also, if you have Jordan McFadden come in at guard, then you're losing that jumbo package on offense. So I guess that does make sense that they would rather have Bradley Bozeman just slide out there and then put up your backup center. But I cannot wait to see Jordan McFadden as a tight end catching a touchdown or something, because that is going to be a legit element to this offense. And I think that could be why they prefer to have a backup center go in there instead of just sliding in Jordan McFadden. They want to keep that element. Now, Junior Colson was just activated off the non-football illness list, so he's not going to be missing as much time as I initially thought after he got his appendix removed. It must have happened several weeks ago, and he's probably going to be out there next week. We don't know for sure, and Jim Harbaugh is probably not going to be telling us. We're just going to see him out there one day, but he's definitely very close to seeing the field. Hopefully we're going to see him in the preseason as well. Okay, now let's get to the juicy stuff here, because I want to highlight this piece from Daniel Popper of The Athletic, one of the best reporters to freaking do it. So I'm going to link his article in the description, but he talks about the wide receivers. So DJ Chark and Josh Palmer, they both had touchdowns, and I'll break down those plays later. We saw that Josh Palmer play already, but he says Simi Fehoko, he beat Jasir Taylor, and then Herbert twice threw to receiver Quentin Johnston. Both fell incomplete. Johnston dropped the first ball on an out route. On the next play, Johnston was open on a go route, but he was late turning for Herbert's ball, and it sailed over his head. Those are two things that he struggled with last year, and now we're seeing it still in training camp. Listen, man, some people were mad at me yesterday because I was talking about Quentin Johnston body catching that ball on the out route. But the fact is, if you body catch balls on out routes, that's going to leave you susceptible to dropping a ball or just not maintaining possession once you come in contact with the ground, because the DB could just easily get a hand in there and jar it loose. And luckily, we actually have the clip from this play, thanks to Chargers Country on Twitter, who was there at training camp. This dude was a legend for getting clips for us. But let's check this out. We're going to break it down afterwards. Justin Herbert rolling out to his left side, throwing the ball. What do you think? You think that's a catch? I don't think that's a catch, and let me break down why. Okay, so first of all, Justin Herbert rolling out, throws this pretty well. It's out in front of him. Quentin Johnston getting his hands on it. Perfect. That's exactly what I want to see. But he gets his hands on it, and then he scoops it into his chest, which is not good for catching the ball when a DB is right there getting his arm in. That is Asante Samuel Jr. stabbing his arm right onto where that ball is, as Quentin Johnston is in the process of having that ball scooped into his chest. So the only part of his body that he has on it at this point is his forearm, and then he's like trying to hold it into his chest like it's his baby. Like he's really trying to cradle that baby. But when Asante Samuel Jr. is coming in and going like knocking that thing loose, you need to have some insane strength in your forearms to just squeeze that thing, and that is why you want to catch it with your hands like he does right here, but then squeeze it with your palms. Have your fingertips and your palms on it. You want to make like that triangle, like Larry Fitzgerald has always said. He swears by it. You make the triangle like this if it's above your waist, and if it's below your waist, you kind of go like that. Okay, you see the triangle forming between my pinkies? That's how you're supposed to catch the ball and squeeze with your hands. Doesn't do that, leaves him susceptible to Asante Samuel Jr. knocking that thing loose. That's why he dropped the ball. Keenan Allen is probably going to be able to catch that because he's like pulling it into his forearm, and then he has it right here, and it's into his, football position. But Quentin Johnston, he's trying to bring it into his chest like that, scooping it. That's not how you want to do it. Also, some offensive line play that we see right here. Tuli Tuipulotu and Joey Bosa. Again, they're on the field at the same time, rushing on the same side. And you're going to see Joey Bosa swings inside. Tuli Tuipulotu takes Zion and Joe Alt right here. Looks like this would have been a sack to me because Tuli kind of sneaks by and boom, right there would have been a sack. Doesn't look like it. I can't really tell how far Tuli is or if Justin Herbert would have been able to roll out in real time if that's a game action. But biggest thing right here, Quentin Johnston dropping the ball. Listen, man, he struggled with this kind of stuff last year. We're seeing it in training camp again. I am really, really rooting for him. But yeah, some of the concerns, we're still seeing it. So, yeah, I really want him to succeed. I do. Now we also got this play from yesterday from Chargers Country on Twitter. You can see Quentin Johnston out there. We only have these 3 offensive linemen because we're just getting those looks, trying to get that communication down. This is 9-on-7s. And this is just going to be a quick pass to Will Dissly underneath. Boom, right there. You see it. And Daiyan Henley getting that hand in there, almost broke it up. But check this out after the play. Throwing the ball to Daiyan, and he throws it right back to him. And then we get Justin Herbert right here, jawing him off. Okay, we're getting a little bit, tempers flaring a little bit. I love to see Justin Herbert getting vocal like that. But this is a pretty good play all around because Daiyan Henley, you can see him right here. And then Will Dissly right here. Daiyan is keeping up with him this entire way. Look at how he's gaining all of that ground to get all the way up there. Oh, it looks like that throw was just perfectly placed. Daiyan Henley couldn't get his hand on it. Will Dissly, nice catch in traffic. Only a couple yards gained, but after the play, you see Khalil Mack going in there trying to swipe the ball, and then Will Dissly throwing that thing to Daiyan Henley, throw it back. Justin Herbert jawing him off. I love seeing it. And then look at Jim Harbaugh right here just witnessing all of this going down. And then a little fist bump to Will Dissly. I love seeing it, man. These guys are competitive. So now we saw that Quentin Johnston play. Here's that DJ Chark play that we were talking about earlier, that 50-yard touchdown pass. Beautiful throw right on the money. This was DJ Chark beating undrafted free agent right there is Amari Walton. He's from Ole Miss. And then you see the safety over the top right here is Thomas Harper from Notre Dame. And Thomas Harper is a guy that I liked a lot. He actually caught an interception 2 days ago in practice when Alohi Gilman was not out there. He's still not out there because of the birth of his child, but pretty good play by DJ Chark. Beautiful throw, and that is something that I want to see in action in the regular season. And Greg Roman actually in his interview had a lot of good stuff to say about DJ Chark. Listen to this.
DJ's doing a great job at everything. Just great attitude, great team guy. Shoot, he's been a Pro Bowl player, you know. I really think I sense a hunger in him too. It's showing every day, so he's doing a great job.
So that is everything that you need to know about training camp so far. I'll have a video out tomorrow about everything that's going to happen later on today. But if you didn't see my video yesterday, a lot more highlights, a lot more clips in this